Another one, check payment or cash transfer. Cash. Okay? I can do the directly cash payment. So usually check payment. Okay? Check payment. Yeah. Please mute yourself. Okay, fine. So the check payment in general, if it is a business people, in general they will do check payment a lot, even though online is available. The reason behind online transfer means you need to have funds in your bank. You need to have funds in your bank readily available. If it is a check payment, I can give a check payment even though amount is not exist or exist. I will give the check for tomorrow dated or day after tomorrow date, and meanwhile I will check for funds. I will verify for funds to get into my bank account so that I can transfer. So this is check payments will be a lot in any organization. In any organization, check payment is a lot. Okay, check payment is a lot. Fine. Now you are giving checks here. Vendor payment means you are giving checks to the vendor organizations. You means the client. This client is giving checks to the vendors. Now it is a customer check. Customer payment means check issued or check received. Anyone?
Check received, sir.
Check received. So if it is customer payment means one is cash, another one is check received. Check received. Okay, I need your attention here a lot. Check received. Now suppose you have received check from your friend. Have received a check from your friend. There is a lot of noise. Please mute yourself. Okay, if it is required, I will ask you to unmute and you can speak with me. Okay, fine. Now I'm giving you an example. Suppose if I want to take water, if I want to drink water, what I will do, I'm sitting here, I need to stand and I need to go to 10 steps and I need to reach water purifier and I need to take a glass and I need to fill the glass with water and I need to drink and I need to keep this glass cleaning and keeping in the wherever it is there I have picked. I need to put it back and I need to come back for 10 steps and I need to sit once again. This is my task. So I have explained like if I want to drink water, I need to wake up from the chair and I need to take 10 steps. I need to walk 10 steps and I need to pick a glass and then I need to fill the water and from the water purifier and then I will drink it and I will clean the glass immediately because it is a glass. Now I kept at the back the area wherever I have picked that glass and I have came back for 10 steps and I am sitting here in once again in my chair and I am teaching. Okay, this is my task. Suppose now you have received check, now your presence is required. Suppose you have received a check from your friend, okay, now what you will do? Anyone volunteer? What you will do?
We'll deposit in the bank.
Go to bank and deposit.
I don't want one step. I have explained almost 10 steps. If I want to drink water, I have explained. I wake up myself from the chair. I have taken 10 steps. Like that I want.
I think we can check the amount. We can check the bank, like we can check on the like bank name, like who is the receiver, and we can check the payment terms. And if everything is all right, then we can deposit at the bank.
forget about terms and everything. Like you are a layman, you don't know any ERP. First, you have taken your bike from your home and you have started and you reached the bank. Then you have opened the door. I want this steps. I want these steps. You have opened the door. Then what is the next step? I want
We need
steps.
to make the receipt. To make the receipt means we have to give the receipt to the
Who will give receipt? So you have received a check from your friend. You have received a check from your friend. Your friend check is ICICI Bank. Your bank is HDFC Bank. Okay, you went to HDFC Bank. Then what you will do?
we will fill the bank details our hours, the company.
Hmm.
We will fill the check details in the bank receipt, then we will deposit.
So you will deposit means what you will do? I want the action, real action. In the bank, what are you doing?
Debiting our bank.
We have to fill the form. We have to fill the form.
Okay, fine. Fill the
We
form.
have to give all the
check
details.
number.
Okay. Okay.
Check number, our details. Okay. We have to submit a counter.
So I will fill in the board. There is a board in the HDFC Bank. Board is there. I will fill that one in the board and I will submit. Am I right? Where
Yes.
I have to submit? Can I put it in the board? There is a whiteboard is there. Marker is there.
Yeah, Dropbox will be there.
Here I'm not blaming everyone. Please don't misunderstood. I want arguments. Okay, fine. Now I want the action, actual action. You entered into the bank. What is the next step?
Take the form.
Take the form. Okay. What is that form name?
Deposit form.
Deposit receipt.
Deposit.
Okay. Then.
Check deposit form.
Okay. Then.
Fill the
bank
check
details
detail.
of the
So fill the checks with with your words. If you speak, it will written. Am I right? Or something else? I want some actions. Every action in whatever you are doing, I want in the presentation. So
we have to fill the receipt with the mandatory information like check number and payment amount and
Okay.
bank account details and everything. So we need to stand in the queue. Once our turn is done, we need to give that check and form to the receptionist, and she will verify. And if everything is okay, then that amount will be credited to our account.
So you have
and
given that.
we'll receive acknowledgement copy from the bank. That we
Exactly.
want.
Yeah.
So
Acknowledgement
what
from
is
the bank?
what is the copy of getting you are getting? What is that copy?
Deposit receipt.
Acknowledgement
Okay,
copy.
Yeah.
Acknowledgement copy.
Exactly, you're right. So now let me explain you. It is perfect. So I entered into the bank. Then the check actually at the gate entry, the door, one guy will be there. That is security guy. He will look at the check and he will suggest you deposit the check. Then you can put it in the drop box. Put it in the drop box. Okay, you have filled the check details, like you have taken the check and you have taken the deposit slip and you have taken your pen, and with this pen you are filling all your bank details, your bank account number, your date of date, bank account number, your bank details you are filling, and as well as the check details, whatever it is there, that you are filling in the check. Okay, the deposit slip, in the deposit slip, the check details, what is the check details, what is the bank, what is the check number, everything you are filling, and you are stapling, actually like you are connecting each these two, one is check and one is deposit slip. Let me show you. So this deposit slip will have two pieces and you are filling these details here. First you will fill the bank details, your bank details, and what is the amount and everything, date, and if it is required PAN number, you will enter PAN number, mobile number, and you are entering the check details here, and you are entering the amount details, and you are taking the signature here, and the same details you are filling here, and security guy will come to you unnecessarily and he will suggest you put it in the Dropbox, put it in the Dropbox. Don't put it in the Dropbox. If you put in the Dropbox, what happens? What is the problem?
Get the acknowledgement copy.
Sorry, come again.
We don't
It
have the
takes 3 days.
proof
You
of
will
the
not
receipt.
have the
You don't have proof.
Deposit receipt. Proof. Yeah.
acknowledgement.
If you are putting in the, suppose I have taken 25 lakhs home loan. I have taken 25 lakhs. Okay, that check I have deposited in the, otherwise top up loan I have taken. And I have put it in the Dropbox. It was not cleared. Can you do anything? Okay,
No, we cannot.
so unnecessarily security guys, they will suggest you to check then put it in the Dropbox. Don't put it in the Dropbox if in case it is a valuable amount, because this is received check. If you are giving issue check means like against credit card you are submitting, then it is fine. If it is missed, you can give one more check. But received check you cannot get from the banks once again, like from your friend or whatever it is. So received check, then you need to go to the cash counter and you need to submit this one, this and this together, and this piece will be taken by the banks, and this piece with you. This piece is with you. So why this is, what is the purpose of this one is, if in case after 2 days, 3 days, if it is not cleared, you can go to the bank and you can ask what happened to my check. So the history why I am discussing, if it is a received check from the, if it is a received check, then in the system it is not check, it is deposit slip. If it is issued check, then it is a check. So in the system, if it is a vendor payment, the field name is check. If it is a customer payment, the field name is not check, it is deposit slip. Understood, everyone? So to understand, whenever I'm receiving, I mean to say customer payment means from the customer I'm receiving money, or customer is paying money, I'm receiving money. That money is, like if it is a bank, then it is a deposit slip, but not a check. Because check you will not have with you, you are submitting in the bank. So you will have deposit slip. For that deposit slip piece, you can give some numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, and that numbering will be reference for future reference. If in case it is not cleared, you can go to the bank and you can ask what happened to this check. Okay, fine. Now let me show you in the system how to do the customer payment. Let us understand. You can mute yourself now, everyone. So we need to click on any browser, whether it is a Google Chrome or Edge or IE or any browser. You can click and you can select the from the drop down, you can select. So in the real-time scenario, you will have one link with the username and password. With that one only, we can open the application. Just give me a minute, it's loading now. Otherwise, let me close this one and let me quickly open this one. Just give me a second. Sometimes it will take some time, like 2 minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, but usually it will open very quickly. Let me close this one and let me open freshly. Usually it will take less than a minute. So because our systems are 16 GB RAM, so that is the reason it is taking some minute, some seconds, maybe 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds. But in real-time scenario, it will be very quicker. Okay, with the link and username and password. In real-time scenario, you will have one username and password. With the credentials, you are going to open. Okay, because this is installed in my local system, I'm able to open this application without username and password. And here, sometimes it may be opened with the DAT company. Don't use the DAT company, leave it that DAT company. Go to USMF company, sample data USMF company. And here, left side, you will find the modules. So accounts receivable module, collapse all, payments, customer payment journal. So let me write down the path for customer payment, accounts receivable, payments, customer payment journal. This is for customer payment. Okay, accounts receivable, payments, customer payment journal. Click on new button. Select from the drop down. Select the journal name and click on lines button or click on journal batch number. Select the customer. Select the customer from the drop down. Usually you will not find this 1001 1002 I have created, so you will find US001, US002 or something in your sample data. Click on tab. Okay, so while doing customer payment, so one is customer account and another one is cash or bank. These two ledger accounts will be posted. Now we are receiving money. Receiving money means our bank balance will be increased. So this is account debit and customer account credit. So if you remember, debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. Debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. So we are receiving money. Here debit means positive, credit means negative. Okay, here I'm receiving money. My cash balance or bank balance will be increased. My cash balance or bank balance will be increased, and customer will be credited. It will be customer balance will be decreased. Okay, so now customer account credit. So it is a partial payment. Otherwise, you can click on settle transactions. This is against invoice. Against invoice, you can do it. If you click on here, it will open the invoices, already invoices, whatever it was posted, whether it is maybe a free text invoice or sales order invoice. As we discussed, there are two different options. One is free text invoice I have explained, but sales order invoice I have not explained. So here, if you click on invoices, it will open. So I don't know, a little bit slower today. That's sometimes. Okay, now if you click on settle transactions, it will show you the invoice copies. Already generated invoices, it will show you. So if you want, you can select the invoice, whatever the invoice you want to do it. Otherwise, you can enter amount directly. Either one you can do it. There is one more option also, payment proposal. We'll discuss all those three options later. Okay, I'm not selecting anything. So I'm entering partial payment here. So customer is paying partial amount. Now check. If it is a check payment, you will not find the check details here. To fill these details, you have payment reference number. Payment reference number is to fill that check details. The check number, whatever you have received from your friend or from your customer, oblique, and dated it is 06th March 2022. Like this is a best practice. Check number, oblique date, because this check is you are submitting to the bank, so you will not have this check reference. So use deposit slip is mandatory. Okay, this check is, the details are, suppose Punjab National Bank, it is suppose Amirpet branch, something. I'm writing the details, Punjab National Bank branch details, and check number and date. This is for our internal recording purpose. And use deposit slip is a mandatory checkbox you need to enable. So for these things, what I did in the method of payment check, I made these setups. Offset account type bank, deposit slip is mandatory, payment reference is mandatory. I made these check boxes. This is a setup. I made this mandatory because I made this mandatory, so it is mandatory. Suppose I have not selected and I'm trying to post. Because I made mandatory in the method of payment, it is throwing error message. So it is trying to post, but even though it will throw error messages. So what it is error message? One is warning message, one is error message. Blue means success, means completed successfully. If it is only blue is coming, means it is completed successfully. Yellow means it is a warning. Deposit slip must be filled in. And it is cancel means, red circle cancel means it is a error message. So operation is stopped. Because the warning is deposit slip must be filled in. The reason behind, in the method of payment, I made deposit slip mandatory. So I need to enable this checkbox. Now let me try to post. Now without any errors, it will be posted. Okay, so if you go to the bank tab, here deposit slip enabled, but check number is not filled. That means you have received this slip. You need to give numbering for this one. So for that, you need to click on functions, deposit slip. So today date, whatever the date it is there, you can enter date and click OK. So number will be updated here for your future reference.
There is one
So this
question. Can I ask one question, please?
just give me 1 minute and then we'll do it. Deposit slip print format. This is a print format. Just I'm canceling. Printing is not required. I don't want printing. Number is updated. This number will enter here manually 16, so that I can deposit this one for future reference. I can file it. Yes, please. Yeah.
So this deposit slip function can be automated as soon as we post the payment. It can be generated a deposit slip.
No, it is if you want a small customization, you need to do it. This execution should be like done. So by default in the standard, it is not a like automatic. You can do some small customization. It is not a big customization. With the help of developer, you can do this one. Next action immediately after clicking on posting, you can do it. Because in this, why it was not mandatory? The reason behind, suppose if I'm doing customer payment cash, if it is a customer payment is a cash, then deposit slip number will not be there. Am I right?
Yeah.
So that is the reason Microsoft has not made mandatory to generate the deposit slip, because this is completely depending on the setups. I can select cash also here. At the time post button, it will not be. So for that specific transactions, you want like deposit slip number should be updated. For that, you need to do a small customization, very small customization. It is not a big customization. You can do
So by default, it need to manually, we have to go to functions and give the deposit slip number.
Exactly, you're right. Exactly, you're right. Because in the same screen, we are doing cash payment also. If it is a cash payment, deposit slip number will not be there. That is the reason. Yes, please. Yeah.
And another question is, when you put the customer payment, so that is not linked with any of the free text invoice or a sales order invoice now. So that assign need to be happen later, or? So
yes. So you can have two options. While doing this one, you can select settle transactions. Otherwise, you can do later also. So in accounts receivable, there are multiple options. You can select customers. Just give me a minute. It's loading now. So if you have not done settlement process here, if you have not done, you can go to the customer account later and you can do the settlement here in the customer account. So you can go to the select customer and you can go to collect tab, and here settle transactions. The same screen it will be opened. From here also it will be opened. From here also it will be opened. The same. And you can select the invoice and payment.
In a one step. You can, in a one.
Yeah, you can. Okay. You can select invoice and then you can click on post. If you want automatic, you can have a set of parameters. In the parameters level you can do, then automatically it will be do settlement. So settle transaction will show here. It will show here, this one. Okay. So you can do while doing payment itself, you can select the settle transactions. If you miss it, you can come here and you can do it.
Okay. Thank you.
Any quick questions? Yeah, welcome. Any more questions, please? Any more quick questions?
Yeah. After posting, if I realize that something has went wrong, so is there a way we can correct it, or?
Yes, that is, So as I told you, there are 4 transactions we need to discuss. First initial focus is vendor invoice, vendor payment, and customer invoice, customer payment we have learned. We are learning now customer payment. After that, if it is anything went wrong, one is check returns. Check returns means if it is bounced check or corrections or anything, I need to do the return process. Otherwise, deposit slip cancellation means the check received whatever I have deposited, customer don't have sufficient funds, it was returned, then I need to do return process. Those 6 transactions are mandatory, you are going to learn in depth. So slowly one by one I'm touching this one. Okay, in logistics, trade and logistics, you are going to learn sales returns. It is a part of T&L. And 8, purchase returns. Material returns. It is trade and logistics. Okay, this is finance. Okay, so you are going to learn these things also. Along with this one, you are going to learn many things. Fixed like a general journal also, daily journals. One is like fixed asset journals. All these things you need to learn. Not only this one, there are so many. These are the minimum important transactions you are learning. You are going to learn. And here in this logistics, you are going to learn the complete sales order process. There are many things actually in T&L. Okay, sales order process, purchase order process, in depth. So this sales order process, purchase order process, you are going to learn in T&L and finance also. But here in finance, this is very light. I'm going to show you a very little. But in logistics, you are going to learn in depth. And before sales order process, there is a marketing opportunity quotation process, and before purchase order process, RFQ, request for quotation, or purchase requisition process. All those things are in logistics in depth. But these 2 are also you are going to learn in this vendor invoice, means purchase order to invoice, high level picture. And in the customer invoice, sales order invoice, you need to learn. Okay. So as I told you, this vendor invoice 5 different ways. You have learned only one. Yesterday or day before yesterday, you have learned only one. You are going to learn 5. The second option is this one. Fine. Any more quick questions, please? So we understood about customer payment. We understood about customer payment. If it is a customer payment, what we are doing? Bank is mandatory. Payment reference is mandatory, and the deposit slip checkbox we have enabled mandatory. So one is payment reference number, deposit slip, and bank. We are making these 3 all are mandatory so that we can do the payment. Okay, now try to do vendor payment. So let me go to accounts payable module, payments, vendor payment journal. Please mute yourself if you are not able to, if you are not speaking, I'm making you mute. Okay, fine. So if it is a vendor payment means we are giving check. Means vendor payment. We are giving check means our cash or bank balance will be decreased. Negative. Our cash balance or bank balance will be decreased, because I'm giving check to the vendor means It is my bank balance will be decreased. So credit means what goes out. And vendor account credit. Please mute yourself. Vendor account debit. Okay. Vendor account debtor to cash or bank credit. Vendor account debtor to cash or bank credit, because while doing payment, so payment means through cash or bank we are paying. My cash balance or bank balance will be decreased, negative, and vendor account debit. Simple logic. Okay. Let me go to vendor payment journal. Here accounts payable module, payments, vendor payment journal. Click on new, select the journal name, go to lines or journal batch number or lines. Anyone is fine. In 2012 it is lines only. In D365 this is also given link. Anyone you can do it. Select the vendor account. Select the vendor account. Click tab, and you can enter here by selecting settle transactions, or you can enter directly amount. You can select the invoice, whatever the invoice you want to do the payment, you can select the invoice. And you can click OK. Automatically it will be filled. Otherwise, partial payment means you can enter directly amount here. Next, bank. And here method of payment is check. In this method of payment check, what are the fields we have made mandatory? This is method of payment. So if you scroll down, so we have made two setups, offset account type bank, and check number is mandatory because we are giving check, so we have the check number. So you cannot enter check number manually. You cannot enter. It will not allow you to enter check number. It is check generation. So generate payments. Generate payments. Method of payment check. Bank is USM of operations. Click OK. Then check number is coming automatically. From where it is coming, how it is, what are the setups, I will explain you later. So check number, there are two methods. One is free, one is fixed. One is free, one is fixed. There are two methods for check generation, check numbers. I will discuss with you this one later. So if you have a default printer, it will go to the printer always. It will go to the printer always. So you need to select a screen. Otherwise, it is waste of your papers. If it is any default printer is there, it will be printed automatically. Okay, click OK and click OK. So first time, always first time, it will take some time. Second time, if I generate, it will be faster. Always first time, whenever you have opened the application, first time check generation will be, it will take some time. The reason behind it is connecting X++ code with SSRS reports. The connections will be established first time. Internally, technically, it is inside going on. That is the reason it is taking first time. Second time, if I generate, it will be faster. Now check number is empty. It was filled with check number. Look at this one.
Hello, Satish.
Yes, please. Yeah.
In organization, we will have to do bulk payments, right? Or
Yeah.
suppose 500 invoices, we have to make a payment at a time.
Yeah. So that one is payment proposal. I will discuss with you later.
Okay.
Payment proposal. So always there are three options. As I told you, three options. One is partial payment, direct entry. Next one is settlement. Settlement against invoice, or bulk payments means payment proposal. These are the three options available. Okay, slowly you will understand. Okay, fine. Check number is generated here, and it was, if you want to take a printout, you can take a printout by clicking on save or open, and you can take the printout. So I'm not doing anything. Now the status is sent. You can click on post button. So let me do once again one more transaction quickly. Now it will be faster. Let me do once again, click new, select the vendor payment. Just for your convenience, I'm showing you one more time. Lines, so select the vendor. I'm entering partial. Okay, now so check, I'm clicking on generate payments. So click OK, and I don't have any default printers to my laptop, so I'm clicking OK. Now look at this one. This will be faster. It will not take much time to generate the check number. It will not take much time. This will be faster. Okay, second time it will be faster. Why I'm telling this one? If you are in case of you are in a pre-sales activities in front of the customer, if you are demonstrating, first time do it from your side. So while doing demonstration, second time if you show, then customer will get impressed like it is faster. Otherwise he may misunderstood like application is slow. Okay, first impression is best impression always in front of the client. Whenever you are showing, first time you can execute yourself, second time show in front of the customer, then the check number will be generated fast, and this generate payment will be very quicker, and you can do the posting. Okay, if you verify the voucher, it will show you the voucher.
Sir, can we change the check number? Can we edit the check number?
Once it is posted, you can add. Before that, you can modify.
Okay.
Before check generation, if you want, you can modify. Let me show you. I'm clicking on new. Drop down, from the drop down, I'm selecting vendor payment. Go to lines. I'm selecting the vendor. Suppose 200. Now it is blank. Generate payments. So you can click OK. So here, this check method, there are two methods. If you want, you can modify here. There are two methods. One is like fixed, one is free. Bank check methods. I will explain you that one later. Bank check methods. There are two methods. One is free, another one is fixed.